Hello everyone and welcome to Arc Design Labs. This is Adam Thomas, and today I'm going to show you a few new interesting things with 3D views. One being 3D sections within Revit, and then the two new ones that I've kind of come up with are 3D callouts and 3D plans. And mainly I just use these to create a little bit more depth and interest in my drawings. So let's start with the one that kind of everybody knows about, which is 3D sections. I'm going to start by clicking on the section tool just like normal. I'm in a generic project I've been working on. I'm just going to draw a section box. It doesn't really matter where it goes at this point because I'm going to change this in a little bit. So in order to get a 3D section, you just need two things. You need a section, which we've just drawn, and we need a copy of the generic 3D view. So if you go to your 3D views, you'll see 3D, and you just want to right click on it, duplicate, and just duplicate this view. If you duplicate with detailing, it duplicates all the line work you've brought over to when you've done 2D line work in your project. But I'm just going to duplicate a regular drawing. So, okay, we have our regular copy of our 3D view. I'm going to rename this copy we just made 3D section and hit OK. Alright, so in order to create a 3D section, it's really simple. All I need to do is this little bitty view cube up in the right hand corner. I just want to right click on it while I'm in the view that I just created. And then I'm going to say orient to view. I'm going to go to section, and I'm going to orient it to the section I just created. That's what's going to happen is it's going to fly around and seemingly just looks like it went to a regular section. But if you change your view around a little bit, you can see it actually oriented to your section three-dimensionally. It's not just a flat drawing anymore. Alright, so that one's kind of fun, right? A lot of people knew about that one. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. There's a lot harder way, which involves going through the settings and stuff, but that's just a really simple, fast way to get life out of your drawings. You know, a 3D section says a lot more than a regular section cut, or even an elevation, or an axon. So now to the two new ones, callouts and plans in 3D. I'm just going to do a plan in 3D because I already have plan views set up, so I'm going to go ahead and show that one. And it's the same way as the one before, as the section. You just want to right click on your 3D view, you want to duplicate view, and then we want to rename this view. I'm going to rename it 3D Plan Level 1 because that's what I'm going to orient to. So I have my 3D view again. It looks the same. It just looks like a normal 3D view, but if I right click on the view cube and say orient to view, floor plan, level 1, it'll orient to level 1. And again, it just seems like a normal floor plan, except for when you go to axon view, it's actually changed to a 3D floor plan, which is really neat because if you're limited for space and you can't apply section cuts or elevations because you have a page restriction, 3D floor plans can get 2 points across at once. Or at a later date we'll actually show you how to create exploded axonometrics from these views saved on top of each other. And then the last one, which I figured out a few days ago, and it turns out to be one of the most important drawings and that I could ever come up with, and it tells so much in just a simple drawing, and that's a 3D callout. And the reason it tells so much is because I can pair a 3D callout in plan with the 3D callout in elevation in 3D, and it actually shows, you know, the depth of the drawing two ways. So teachers really like it, and I've gotten a lot of good positive feedback from all my studio teachers on this one. So with this one I'm going to go to a floor just like you would do a regular callout basically. I put in a foyer right in here that I want to call out. I find that really interesting and I want to see that in 3D. So we go to callout, and we're actually just going to drag our callout box around this. So if we click on the callout, we have a standard callout, which you could print off, draw over this, do anything you wanted to in Revit, including 2D line work and hatch work. But we want to know how to do the 3D version. So again, we want to go to our 3D views, right click, duplicate view, and rename this view 3D callout. Alright, and you could even say, I could even go back in here and say 3D callout foyer. Alright, so again, we're in the same standard 3D view, and we're going to go to the view cube, right click, orient to view. It's in floor plan for a callout because a callout is a flat drawing, and we're going to go callout of first floor. Alright, and it swings us around and it looks like it's just our callout with some shading. But if we switch to an axon view, there's our callout, and it's going to technically give us the first floor because it is a first floor callout, but all I have to do is click on it and drag this box up to get the full callout. So alright, there's my 3D callout of my foyer. And you can come in and edit this box any way you want. You know, make it a little bit longer. You can see how the stairs work with the foyer. You can see how the roof is integrated into the foyer. And it's just a really neat drawing. Can really help with diagrams. If you want to run a diagram of this being a solar chimney, you could. Teachers really seem to like it. So again, I'm Adam Thomas, and this was our Art Design Labs podcast. Please visit our website at artdesignlabs.com and post your comments. Thanks for listening.